The call came while she was laughing. Not at me, at something on her phone. I watched her face tilt away, shoulders tightening just enough to notice. A reflex, a secret being tucked back into a pocket that didn't belong to me. "Who was that?" I asked. She didn't look up. "Just Maya." Just? That word always meant more than it pretended to. Silence stretched between us. Thick, intentional. I let it breathe. Let it show its shape. She finally glanced up, eyes flicking to mine like she was checking a mirror for cracks. "You okay?" she asked. I nodded. I was always okay. That night she fell asleep quickly. Too quickly. Like someone who'd rehearsed the day in their head, and was relieved the performance was over. I lay awake beside her, staring at the ceiling, replaying the laugh. The way it cut off when she saw me watching. I didn't feel angry. That came later. What I felt was subtraction, like something had been quietly removed from me while I wasn't looking. The next morning, I caught a glimpse of her phone lighting up on the kitchen counter. A group chat. Her name wasn't in the title. Mine definitely wasn't. The message preview disappeared before I could read it, but not before I saw one word. Dead weight. I didn't confront her. I poured coffee. I kissed her cheek. Inside, something old and disciplined sat up straight. The realization didn't crash into me. It seeped. Small things. Her friends stopped inviting me out. Jokes that landed sideways. That look they shared when they thought I wasn't paying attention. I started hearing myself described without being in the room. Supportive. Nice. Safe. Words people use when they've already decided you're expendable. One night, she came home late. The excuse was soft. Practiced. I watched her mouth form. The lie before the sound came out. Watched her believe I would accept it. I did, because acceptance is a weapon when used patiently. I checked nothing at first. No phones, no messages. I observed. Patterns always confess before people do. She guarded her screen like it was breathing, took calls in the bathroom, smiled at nothing. And then came the dinner. Her friends. All of them. The air was tight with judgment disguised as humor. I listened more than I spoke. That's when you hear the truth slipping out, drunk on its own confidence. Maya leaned in, voice low but careless. "You know," she said, eyes flicking toward me, "we just worry you're carrying him." She laughed. She did too. I met her gaze, calm, almost kind. I nodded. "Then don't carry me," I said. "I can walk." I stood, picked up my coat. That's when someone else spoke, not laughing, not smiling. And whatever they said, wiped the smile off her face completely. It was Alex who spoke. He hadn't planned to. That much was clear. His voice came out flat, stripped of humor, like he'd finally lost patience with pretending. "You told us he already knew," he said to her. "About you and Ryan?" The room went still. Not dramatic, not loud, still in the way a body goes still right before it realizes it's already dead. She turned to him slowly, eyes wide, shaking her head. A warning, a plea, too late. Alex had already crossed the line where loyalty dies and truth takes over. "What?" she whispered. I didn't look at her. I was watching Maya. Her mouth opened, closed. The smile she wore like armor finally cracked, slipping off her face in pieces she couldn't put back together. Ryan. The name settled into place with disturbing ease. Of course it was him. The old friend. The one who needed help. The one she swore was harmless. I smiled, just a little. "Ryan?" I said quietly, like I was tasting a familiar word. "That Ryan?" No one answered. I picked up my coat and walked out before she could find her voice. Behind me, I heard my name break in her throat. I didn't turn around. I didn't spiral. I didn't drink. I didn't rage. I verified. Phone records. Location data. A shared calendar she forgot to lock. Patterns are generous when people are careless. They met every Thursday. Same hotel, same room. I didn't go there. I didn't need to. I already knew what walls don't talk about. When I finally confronted her, it wasn't explosive. It was surgical. I placed the printout on the table between us. Dates, times, names. She stared at it like it might rearrange itself if she waited long enough. "You went through my things?" she asked. I laughed softly. No, I said. You handed them to me. You just didn't realize it, she cried. Of course she did. Apologies poured out like currency she hoped still had value. She said it meant nothing. She said she was confused. She said I was safe. Safe, that word again. I leaned in, close enough for her to hear how steady my breathing was. I know, I said. That's why you risked everything. She froze. I stood, picked up my coat. Same one, muscle memory. At the door, I paused. Oh, I added, not turning around. Ryan doesn't know you told us I was dead weight. Her sob caught sharp. I thought he should, I said. Before he starts carrying you. I walked out. This time, I didn't feel lighter. I felt precise. Some people mistake silence for weakness. They never notice the moment it becomes control. By the time she understood what she lost, I was already gone. Not broken, not angry, just unreachable.